believe it is a year. It's actually a year and a week, almost, since you found out you had cancer.
Yeah, I broke my hip on the 23rd of June last year. So I had surgery on the 24th, and that's when they gave me the news.
That you had cancer.
Stage 4.
Stage 4. And just a couple weeks ago, you found out you're in remission.
Yes,
wow.
That's so terrific.
You've had a hard fight this year, and you've come out on the right side.
I have.
And really thrilled.
Yeah, me too.
So, we've seen you go through all of these stages, and I've always known you as a classy woman, and you certainly had beautiful hair. It was always looked perfect, very stylish. And then you lost it all. What was it like to lose your hair?
I had my radiation oncologist told me, he started my treatment with radiation to my head, and he said that I would lose my hair in 2 weeks. So I had a warning. But, you know, about 12 years ago, my sister had cancer, and she lost her hair, so I had an idea. I went through that with her. I figured I had some idea of what it would be like. Told my hairdresser said, when it starts coming out in clumps, call me. And one morning I was putting product in my hair, and I found just clumps of it in my hair. I called Donna, and Donna said, come in, and she shaved my head. I had 2 friends who went with me. We had a plan that that's what we would do when it happened.
So it was helpful for you to have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. This still must have been really hard.
It was. It was, yeah, losing my hair was small potatoes in comparison to some of the other things I was losing. I was losing my strength. I was losing a sense of identity with my profession, and maybe some of my goals with my profession. I was always wanting to do some other kinds of work that would leave me feeling more fulfilled, and I began to doubt that I would have that chance. So, but losing my hair, it certainly had an impact.
Yeah. What was it like when you decided? How did you come to get a wig?
Well, I observed some other people who were getting chemo at the same time I was, and several of those women wore wigs. And I remember thinking looking at one of them, thinking, you can't even tell. I thought, well, maybe I should venture out, because I never paid a whole lot of attention to wigs. But so I went and had this man help me. It was his specialty. And I came away with this wig that was stylish and a style I could never grow. And
well, let's see what it
looks like. You have to brush it out a little bit
before you put it on.
Before you put it on, it's easy. Let me tell you, it's easy to wash. You just wash and wrap it in the towel, and then you let it dry. So, and
you have to make sure you put it on right.
Yes, you do have to know. I went back to the wig guy and said, something's wrong. Something's wrong with this wig. It needs trim. And I said, by the way, the 80-year-old lady upstairs says it looks sexy. And he said, is that because you have it on asymmetrical? I said, you have it on wrong. So, can you, without a mirror?
Okay. It really has a nice flow to it, although it's a little low in the bangs area. Should it be pulled back further?
Wait, there's supposed to be 4 fingers.
Okay.
I forgot that part. I had money for a while.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you. Wow.
Yeah,
That was really good.
It also made me look younger, I think.
Mm.
So, you know, it was playful.
Yeah.
And I think the benefit to me in the beginning was there was a way that I could camouflage what was happening to me. I didn't have to always be exposed to what other people's questions, you know, that kind of thing.
So maybe you didn't have the energy to deal with all
I
that stuff then?
I didn't have that energy all the time. Or if I went somewhere where I didn't want to get into the discussion, like I went to a workshop one time with a friend and I wore the wig. There was no reason for me to broadcast to all these people whom I did not know that I was in treatment. But and it also maybe it was an opportunity for me to look in the mirror and feel more normal, because you know, standing on the precipice I was standing, it was important to have something that would help me look at my life and what could I do if I had a wig on. Somehow it helped me not deny the diagnosis, but to look at other possibilities. So it served me in that way. And that's how it helped me, I think. But it did also, it gave me control.
Yeah. So it was more than just cosmetic.
Right.
Much more than cosmetic. It really helped you cope and to have control over how people respond to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But then after a while, you know, I never wore this in the summer. I tell you, it's hot. So after a while, it started causing some hair suppression.
Yeah.
Now,
I can see it's a little bit of the top, yes.
And the oncologist and I decided that it was too perfect a round, sort of an oval spot for it to be nature. We figured it had to be the wig. So the wig went to the side, and I sometimes wear a scarf, but scarves are not comfortable for me. I wear a cap to prevent sunburn to my scalp. So maybe, you know, that's about all I wear. But when I go out, I now do not need to camouflage it. And something that has been happening that I find very interesting is people who have either had a history of cancer or are currently in treatment will come up to me and say something like, "Are you in treatment?" And then they'll go into their story and they'll tell me how long they've been in remission. And I remember one gentleman coming up and saying, "Are you in treatment?" And when I said yes, he said, "I just got finished. Look, all my hair came back." So I think that it helps them as much as it does me, because it does encourage me. If they've lived that long and have not had a recurrence, and there's hope. It really encourages me. So currently I'm in remission and have sporadic hair growth. It's really coming back.
It's looking really good.
And they're going to go to the barber shop to get my hair cut, because it just seems like that's where I should go.
Why pay expensive money to
get your cute little hair? But I remember when I was nursed in New York City, there was another nurse who had a real short haircut. And this is many years ago. And I always thought, boy, I'd love to try that. Well, I got my chance. Each person has to decide for him or herself whether they're going to wear a wig, a scarf, a beret, a cap, a hat. It's really up to the person. as to what they feel most comfortable with. And I tell my story to let you know that we are all in this together. And if you would like to read more about this topic in depth, you could read my blog and make comments if you wish. Thanks.